Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Ty Mizzle. You're watching my channel Mizzle 14, and I'm here doing a review of Southern Charm New Orleans, Season 2, Episode 8. So continue on from last week when Jeff found out about the freaking Vega being pregnant. He flipped out because Tamika was throwing a knife in his heart saying that, you knew he did that because y'all was talking all this all the time, and Vega made it seem like y'all been discussing everything. So why you were saying that you didn't know? You knew. He said, I did not know that she was pregnant. The last time I talked to her is when a few weeks ago when she was trying to come get her stuffed shoes. I was trying to hide the groceries because I didn't want her to know that I'm having something. And then since then, it was a few weeks before that. So since then, we hardly been able to talking because Vega put it on Tamika's mind, and Tamika believed that they've been talking nonstop, and he knows everything about her. She only told him about her being engaged. She never told him that she was pregnant. So now Tamika realized that maybe, yes, he did not know. Because he flipped out, he flipped the plate, then he was trying to clean this stuff up. And he said, now Tamika realized that she apologized. She said, you know what, I'm sorry, I didn't do that. We're going to be there for you, I'm your friend. And just like, I always thought you knew, but obviously that you did not know. And she played me, she played you. We both looking like we were fools, thinking that we knew something. And Vegan has been playing us. Like, she been telling us one thing and it's not the other. So I now realize you did not know. And Vegan fooled me thinking that y'all was that close. That well, y'all haven't been that close. So Jeff was like, he's freaking out. He said, I'm gonna go get over it. So Moody said, listen, you know what happened. We tired to talk about Vegan and stuff like that. Just let it go. Let it be over it. It's done what's done. And sit down. Let's have a good time. He said, you know what? Jeff did sit down. Got good time and realized he said, no, we're good. And he said, you know what? You need to get a black woman because that black woman not gonna have it. He said, just as yours. You put it on a plate. And they all laughed about it. But a guy would try to help Jeff clean, and he said, no, this is my mess. I won't clean. I'm clean. They said, no, sit down, Jeff. Sit down, Jeff. We got it. We good. We your friend. We here for you. So basically, that was that. So they had a good time, and they did a piano when they have cash and stuff in the thing. Jared hit the thing, and the stuff came out, and everybody was starting getting the money. I would be like, say it through. I said, give me shh. I'd be like that. So that's the thing they supposed to have. So it was fun. So things was good. Let me see. Yeah, things was good. So the next day, whatever reason, Reagan called Jeff the next morning, and Jeff was so over it at this point. You could tell he was so over it about Reagan calling him. He said, at the end of the day, we divorced. We not together anymore. So I don't have to collar her emotions. I don't have to be there for her. I don't have to just worry about what she's doing. Because at the end of the day, Reagan said that Jeff is not her problem. So Jeff don't have to feel like Reagan should be his problem either. So he said, Jeff gave me, Doug sending me all these weird text messages and stuff like that. What happened? What's going on and stuff. So basically, he said that my friend's giving dinner. She said, oh, that's not fair. Why you didn't invite? I said, first of all, why he didn't invite you? At the end of the day, it's his event. Y'all are divorced. Y'all is too fresh right now. He don't want to deal with that and deal with you and Reese in his face. No. He needs you to be separated. Let him do with his friends. Yes, y'all have good, same group of friends. But when he have an event, he should feel like that his friends should not choose sides, and his friends should support him just as they support Reagan. Because Reagan just had a party. Like, let it go. Like, yeah, you just had an event that people was there. So let him have his one little moment. So you say it's not fair, so he shut that down. And they basically say, so what's going on? What's the text message that he giving me? He said basically, freaking Doug told me that you are pregnant. And she was like, she took a little brief pause, and she said, yes, I'm pregnant. I really wanted to tell you, but I didn't want to tell you, so like that. So I guess, based on this conversation, like she had Doug, or she wanted Doug to tell Jeff, instead of her telling him, because she didn't know how to tell him or stuff like that, and I didn't want him to find out. And he said, that wasn't even fair for you to telling me that now, and why you would tell me on my friend's giving event, knowing that this is going to hurt me, especially the history we had. And she said, at the end of the day, Jeff said what he said, and Vegas said, you know what, yeah, I apologize, I'm sorry, it was not fair for them to say that, it's not fair for me to tell you, for me not to tell you this on stuff, yes, I apologize on stuff. He said, okay, cool. And she said, I don't know where we go from here and all that stuff. He said, it is what it is. And she said, okay, cool, right, bye. And I said, bye. I'll say, go ahead, Jeff. Stay on your own and let her be. Because at the end of the day, Reagan, you cannot manipulate people and think people go bend to your own will. You caused this, and now all this stuff is blown in your face. Now you can't deal with that. And now top it off, you're pregnant as it is. So it's like a lot of stress is on you now. And we can't have you stressed up because we don't want to be responsible for you losing your baby. I'm saying we, like I'm part of the freaking class. You don't want to be responsible of losing your baby because that would be in their conscience. So you need to realize that you need to stop causing mess, and the mess won't be following behind you. So, oh shit. So, cause Vega said she feel like she had no friends, all that stuff, and everybody turned against me. What's going on? Jeff said we had to say. She apologized stuff. So next she met with Tamika because it was Tamika's birthday. It was around Thanksgiving. She get no call or text from Reagan. So she contacted Tamika. They met up. She gave him about her birthday. She said, you haven't texted me at Thanksgiving. She said, yes, and all that stuff. So she said, I see you found out you was at my ex's house for Thanksgiving. She said, yes, I was. She said, this is not fair. Why nobody have to tell me and all that stuff like that and tell me y'all was going to be at my ex's house? I said, first of all, they don't have to consult with you to let you know that they going to Jeff's house. Y'all are not together. Separate that. See, Reagan gonna feel like she needs to be controlling everything even after they divorce. That's the problem. You like to be controlling everything. So you feel like your friends should report to you to go see Jeff. That's not how it works, girl. That's not how it works. You can't have both ways. You divorced the man. So as you divorce the man, it's different lives. It's a friendship. We share the food with friends, but the group of friends need to support both of y'all. So when he have something, they should not turn their back against him and not support him. They need to support him, making sure that they know that he is just as much love as with you. So that's stuff. So she basically said, where we go from? I feel like you haven't been talking to me, you've been distant, and like that. So Mika said, it's been you. And it has been Reagan. Reagan was not telling Tamika anything. She was not calling Tamika. She was keeping Tamika arm's length. She was telling everybody else but Tamika, her best friend, of things like that. Even though Tamika could be overbearing and too much, and like she wanted to know everything, but at the same time, if she's supposed to be your best friend, then you should supposed to let her know about these things, especially like you getting engaged, you pregnant, you about to be married, you going to a wedding, all that stuff like that. So she said, you have done that. You have been distancing yourself from me and all that stuff. And then it was playing the clips back. You don't trust me. You have been going on this. And now as I'm reacting, you have a problem with me reacting to what you have been doing to me. And Reagan just started breaking that. So she asked him about the wedding and said, I don't know, are you going to be at my wedding or something like that? What's going on? Tamika said the last time she told her a picture of a dress. She said, this is a bridesmaid dress? She said, yep, in champagne. And that's all they said. And so right now, Tamika said, you know what, I don't know. I can't stand in your wedding because I don't know you right now. I don't know him. I don't know what's going on. So it's like, I can't stand in your wedding right now. So she just putting that on hold, whether she's going to continue to be on her wedding or not. And then, sorry. Put a hold where she could be in the wedding. So Reagan said, I'm so sorry. I just got so much going on to me. I apologize. It was like that. I didn't know what was going on. It's a lot of stress going on with me. And that's why. So Tamika was like, all like this, where she was crying. And then looking at Reagan's face, she said, like Tamika was so over with this charades that Reagan is playing. So she said, I don't know. We can move forward from this. We can move forward. But she still haven't given a definite answer about being at the wedding. So that's in the air. But they can move forward from this. So later on, Reagan met with Rachel, and they had a talk. And Rachel has been a good friend. And Rachel looked nice with that little high-hat boots on she had with that blue jeans and the black. I said, go ahead, Rachel, go ahead, do your boo. So they sat down and talked. And they said everything, and she just said, I feel like I don't have no friends going on. I don't feel like this, what's going on, all stuff. And he said, just realize you did things. And she realized she has been doing things that it just pushing people away. And to stop that, I want to get us back in terms. So Rachel said, we could be cool. Yes, we could do that. Long as you don't look fool gazing around with me. She said, what's that? Being fake around it. So you playing off, they saying that you want to be a friendship. But then on the other hand, you pushing me away because whatever you doing. And whatever your mindset is. So Rachel said she invited the group to a vacation. They need something. So she invited everyone. And she want to extend the invitation to Reagan and say, listen, as we starting a new beginning, I'm going to invite you somewhere. But on one condition, you got to leave Reese home. Because she did told Reagan that she invited Jeff. And Jeff was coming. So leave Reese home because I didn't want no tension between you, Reese, and Jeff. So she said, okay, cool, we could do that. Yes, leave him at home. He could be good for a couple of days. It's like that. So you be there. She said, I'm gonna be there. All right. So that was that. So Justin had a dinner with his mom, and his mom was straight up. She said, listen, you can't waste woman time because she's smart enough, a good woman. She's a good woman for you. And then at the end of the day, if you not gonna step up, then she gonna come out and say, you know what, fuck it, and I'm not gonna deal with you, and just move on. If you don't want that, so it's to avoid for that happening, you need to get into your act together. See what you're going to do and make sure you take the next step. Because it should come natural. It shouldn't be this damn difficult. That's what his mom was basically saying. It should not be difficult. It should be natural. If you like this woman, you move on to the next step. So he said, I'm going to talk to a psychologist and stuff and make sure everything goes. She said, if this is the woman you want in your life, then I think it was a good idea to talk to someone to help you get to that point. But at the end of the day, go ahead. You can't string this woman along because at the end of the day, she's not going to stay there forever until you figure your stuff out. So she's going to move on if you realize you take it too long. You're wasting her time. You can't waste a woman's time. And that's one thing you can't do to a woman. Don't waste her time. All right? So she basically told him straight up. So Barry was off. Barry's son Hunter is off whatever they have, probation. He was on probation because he had a speeding ticket. Barry going to pay the speeding ticket off, but he's going to put his son on probation. So that night, that day when they was talking, and Tamika said, was Barry or something like that? Was Hunter? He said Hunter's out with his friends like that. He said, well, he's out of school? He's in school? He said, no, he's out of school. She said, he's supposed to be home now. He said, no, he was friends at probation. So, oh, you took him over probation without even consulting me? He said, why I need to consult you about Hunter being on probation when I'm the one who put him on probation? But y'all should be on the front, because if you did put him on probation, of course you told Tamika that he was going to be on probation, and now Tamika's on board with the probation. Now, if you out of it, that's what he always comes to, because he knows that he would have came to Tamika, she would say, no, my husband said you're on probation at this moment in time. Now, Barry took him out of probation because Barry's so soft-spoken. He's so, not soft-spoken. He's just so kind-hearted. He's not that disciplinary as Tamika will be. And he always see his upbringing. He always compare his upbringing to what his son now. It's like your son is not you. Your son is different. Yes, your son is a black man, but you feel like you grew up very privileged. You had to do much. You was a good child. Just because you was a good child, and you did this, and your mom had to do this much with you, doesn't mean you had to do this much for your son. Everything. Now you know your son is speeding, he's following crowd or something like that. So you need to get him before he go to college and be an adult, and he make decisions on his own, and you can't always be there. And the worst thing you will have, your son is being 6 feet under or in jail, and you don't want that, because at the end of the day, he's a black boy. So Barry, you need to step it up and be a man to your son and stop being his friend and stop being scared, because at the end of the day, he gonna go older, feel like you haven't been really lecturing him. Even though teenager man, I want to hear you, but as much, if you be consistent, they're gonna start learning that you care. If you're not being consistent, they're gonna think you full of bull, and I think that's what Hunter is feeling like right now. But Barry don't want to admit that Tamika was right, which she was, because at the end of the day, you need to be on this boy. At the end of the day, it's harder with these boys too out there. So, especially being a black man in America, it's very tough. So you have to be on him. We got a few more years to get him with him in to make sure, because when he out our nest, we can't do much about that. So I said that's what you have to do. So lastly, there was at the party, John Moody was with this, what's it called? Son of the Saint. It's like an organization where older men being mentored to the young boys who don't have a father figure in their life, and that's a really great organization. I really like that John Moody is doing this. So he's doing a piece where he said he don't want to show just a piece. He want to show something with it about how being youth in New Orleans and how the dark side of it. Some people go up nice and some people go up in the dark side. So he had the boys rehearse. They did the at the event. He wear this lime green. This is Moody style, lime green, all that stuff. Hot as hell. They did the thing. They did their thing. The boys did a really good job with the skits. It really touched me, especially with that guy put the gun at the boy's head and just shot him because he thought he was a snitch. I was like, oh, that took me out. So that was that. And then he showed two impactful paintings. John Mooney is really talented. He showed one like a guy with a boy with bloody face, trickling down his face and everything, a dark side, and then it showed the light, and the alligator thing, the oceans, is this, and the woman. It was beautiful. Two beautiful pieces to show the light and dark side of New Orleans, and it was great. So Reagan, Reese was there, all the people was there. So Rachel decided to talk to Reese about some things and talk. And right when they was talking, Reagan said, "Oh my God, what's going on? What's up? Are you okay?" She said, "Okay, yeah, I'm good. We good. We just talking." And this is a positive conversation. So Rachel's like, why wouldn't it have been a positive conversation? Because ever since Rachel been in the scene, Rachel has been nothing but positive. So why you would think any differently now that she would do anything different? So Reagan is exactly classic examples where you do shit, and you put your foot in your mouth, and then you realize, and then you don't realize that people reaction to you. Now you want to take a step back and will pay victim role. So I'm sorry, I didn't know what to do. It's like that. Why everybody coming at me? I didn't understand why you had this reaction. You had the reaction because you kind of played Rachel. It made it seem like Rachel go on this aggressive shit with your husband, or no, with your fiance, where she wasn't. She just was talking. So you came up out of nowhere and tried to chime in and say, "Is this positive?" Like that's automatic. You would question that. Like, come on now. So you understand why Rachel was so upset. It's like you basically slapped me in my face and saying that I was gonna be on this wild shit. And we just had this conversation. She said, "I know why you was upset like that." So Samika came over, Kelsey came over, sat down and said, "Listen," and they was talking. And then Tamika chimed in, and she said, "This is exactly what's going on." She said, "I don't know why they're like coming after me like that. Why are you doing this? I understand." So Kelsey said, "I want to understand. She want to be good friends with y'all and all that stuff and make it work." She said, "We could do that and we could move forward." She said, "I don't know how we're gonna taper it." Vega said, "I don't know how we're gonna taper this. Are we gonna taper this next week?" She said, "Oh, this is not how next week gonna be. This is how now next week is gonna be." Rachel said that. So she said, "Listen, we can sit down." And she said, "This is my power with you." She said, Vega said, "Why are you being counseled like that?" She said, "This is exactly what I'm talking about. You sit here, you want us to make things, you want us to talk about things and work on our issues, but then you say some dumb shit like that. Why are you being a counselor?" So basically, if you don't want her to talk and you don't want her to say anything, then she don't say anything. So Tamika said, "I'm going to get up and walk away." And that's exactly what you should do. And that was that, y'all. That was the episode. Tell me what y'all think about this going on. Reagan, you doing way too much, girl. You too much in yourself. And she did admit that every time she been focused on everybody else for a couple of years, she want to focus on herself now. So now focus on yourself, girl, and let it be. Because Rachel did tell us, like, once you start new beginnings, not everyone gonna be following you. And that's, you gotta accept that. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Not everybody gonna be following under your footsteps. So people gonna stay away if this is the new beginning you having. So that's it. If Reagan wanted to leave, she left the place because she said, I gotta go, I can't stay here. I'm getting a headache, I'm whatever. She getting stressed, she needs to see a doctor. I said, all right, later, Reagan. And that was the episode. Oh yeah, I forgot. Barry did talk to her son Hunter, have a conversation about you being a black boy. I want you to make this good decision, stand on your own 2 feet, don't be involved in peer pressure. You gonna go older, I don't want you to be a young father, a lot of stuff. So Hunter was saying, okay, yeah. I was like, I hope this boy get it. I hope this get it. So, but that was Southern Charm New Orleans, y'all. Talk to y'all later. Please like, comment, subscribe, and tell me how y'all feel. Peace.